Executive Diamond Ladies Program is a work-life balance initiative for female senior executives and leaders that started in 2022 by Mrs. Anna Oyebanjo and Associates. I would like to just use this opportunity to recognize Mrs. Oyebanjo. We fondly call her HO. I believe she's in the house with Mrs. Olabisi Ibitayo, Mrs. Titilayo Ashiru. Please, let's welcome them. Let's show them love by sending emojis in the chat room. Executive Diamond Ladies, are you there? Are you there? Mrs. Anna Oyebanjo, can you say a word to us?
Thank you. Well done. Fumi, well done for leading so brilliantly, and all the beautiful executive ladies everywhere. Thank you. Welcome. Let's have a good time. We are listening. We want to learn from you. Good job. Let's have a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. You can say that again. The Executive Diamond Ladies Program has had 2 sections. I mentioned earlier that the program started in 2022, and we've had 2 sections, and those 2 sessions were phenomenal. For those that have attended our programs, they were out of this world. The passion for knowledge and the passion to break barriers, the passion to support ourselves and collectively progress had bound us together and battered the alumni group, ably led by 7 committee members, which have put this particular program together. I encourage you all to actively engage in today's discussion. I know it's going to be insightful. Drop your questions as the program progresses. Together, let us inspire ourselves. Let us empower ourselves. Let us uplift ourselves, because we all know that excellence in all aspects, we will all achieve our aim. Thank you for joining once again. I wish you all an enlightening and enriching experience. Thank you. Back to you, Idishola.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ed, Fumi. And just like what you said, I mean, the alumni is actually born out. Please, can you help me mute? Somebody's unmuted. Okay, yeah, thank you. Okay, so this alumni is actually vetted out of the Executive Diamond Association, you know. So it actually came up because of the need for us to, we as women, work together and see how we can move our society forward. And thank you very much, Ed Fumi, for that word and for that opening speech. It's really very much appreciated. And without further ado, I'd just like to read the profile of our speaker today. She's well known in the industry and in Nigeria at large, and she would be taking us through the program today, and then she would also be giving us a lot of life experiences so that we can navigate on how we can navigate this journey together as women. Thank you. Sorry, please, can I have the projected profile, please? The profile up the screen so that everybody can see.
Oh yeah, boa. We're ready.
Yeah, thank you. Please, can you help me mute everybody? And I'll just unmute myself.
So you can go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you very much. So today our we'll be talking about Mrs. Nkechi Ali Balogun. She is, like I mentioned, she's a renowned person. I mean, Nkechi is the principal consultant of Nessie Consulting, one of the leading public relations experts in Nigeria. She's a multi talented industry veteran with over 25 years of professional experience in client services and public relations consultancy. She is a gifted strategist and is an in depth, in demand industry facilitator, motivational speaker, crisis manager, and mentor. A multiple award winner, first female to receive the prestigious PR Golden Eagle Award, winner of the coveted African Women Leaders Organization AULO Award, NIMCA Female PR Personality of the Year 2018, Most Aspiring PR Personality by NIPR, and so many more. Nkechi is a fellow and a member of the Governing Council of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, NIPR, founding member of the Association of Corporate Affairs Managers of Banks, ACAMB, senior member of African Public Relations Association, APRA, and an active member of the Public Relations Consultants Consultants Association of Nigeria. She has a master's degree in mass communication, a postgraduate diploma in marketing, and a master's in business administration. She has attended public relations management courses in Jeffkins School of Public Relations and LBS, that's Lagos Business School. She's currently a doctoral research candidate in the University of Lagos. Nkechi is the founder and convener of the foremost annual Nestle PR Roundtable, now in its 21st edition. She also anchors Chats with NAB, a 15-minute social media talk show. She's married with a daughter. Please join me in welcoming Mrs. Nkechi Ali Balogun. Thank you. Please let us show her love. Let her make her welcome. Let us congratulate her for all her achievements in the industry. Let us make her welcome.
Thank you
Let's
very
share those
much.
emojis. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Very well, ma. You good evening and you're welcome.
Good evening. First of all, let me apologize for something. You know, when you are so meticulous, you now you now overdo it. I just came
Wow.
back from an event and I said I was going to go straight to this meeting, dressed the way I was, and I forgot I went in straight to the bathroom.
Wow.
So when I came, I said, good for me. So I'm not dressed to show myself, but just to let you know that I am real. I'm not a ghost. I'll just show my face, whatever it looks like, just accept it the way it is. And then I'll go back. Can you see me?
Very
All right.
well. And you're
Okay.
still very
Yes,
beautiful.
ma'am.
Please forgive me. You know, I was all decked,
You're
if you
welcome.
have to
No,
see
no,
me.
you're very
So
beautiful.
I'll close my video because I don't
Wow.
think I'm looking up to my brand. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you very much for inviting me
Okay,
to this
fine.
wonderful program. When I listen to people read my CV, I keep wondering if they are talking about me. I just want to thank God for making me who he has made it to be. And I thank each and every one of you. I don't take it for granted. I take it as a privilege because there's 1,001 women you could have invited to this program. I want to thank my wonderful sister, Hannah, for always thinking that I'm something that I don't even believe I am. But I thank God that I know her, and I'm so glad that she's in my life and I identify with her. Thank you so much. Right. Thank you also, Mary. I call her Mary Diamond. She's so wonderful. I mean, the way she talks to you, she calls me a beautiful one, and I feel so elated. So I want to thank you. Thank you for inviting me. So let's get down to business. Can I share my screen? Hello?
Yes, by all means, ma'am. Yeah, go on. Thank you.
This will stop other people sharing. Okay. Do you want? Yes. I want to share my screen. Okay. Now, like I told Mary, you sent in two topics that I'm very passionate about: women and then children. I couldn't. It was difficult for me choosing one, but I ended up choosing the women, the powerhouse for development in the new world. There is nothing I'm going to say today that each and every one of you does not know. So I want to believe that I want to rehash those things that we already know about ourselves. So this is a journey to reassurance and reaffirming who we are, and then, of course, encouraging us to step into the shoes that God has naturally prepared for us. That space that God has prepared for us as women. So I started with this quotation. The topic says, women, the powerhouse for development in the new world. Well, even the topic says it all. Whether we like it or not, women, we are the powerhouse for development. But we have to believe it too. We have to believe it, we have to own it. And until we own it, we will not be in that place. And I started with Ruth Bader Ginsburg, two of her quotes. For those of us who do not remember, she was an attorney general in the US. Women belong in all places where decisions are being made. Yes, it shouldn't be that women are the exception. We're in all places where decisions are being made, whether in the new world, in the old world, in the traditional setting, in our homes, in our in-laws, wherever. We belong in all places where decisions are made, because God created us to be helpers. For those of us who feel that, I hope this woman will not be sanctimonious, forgive me. But God created the woman exceptionally, intentionally, to be in that place. As women achieve power, the barriers will fall. As society see what women can do, as women see what women can do, there'll be more women out there doing things, and we'll all be better for it. First of all, women, we have to see ourselves as owning the world, not just the new world. God created us specially to be a helper and to be the bridge between any gaps. So we are the ones that will bridge all the gaps, whether it's a new world, whether it's an old world, whether it's an immediate world. We have been created specially by Jehovah. As women achieve power, the barriers will fall. As society sees what women can do, as women see what women can do, this statement emphasizes the importance of gender equality in decision-making processes. It suggests that women should not be relegated to the sidelines or to the background, or be seen as exceptions in positions of power or authority. Instead, it argues that women should have equal representations and participation in all spheres where decisions are made, whether it's in the new world or today's world or old world, traditional, or whatever name they want to call it. Women are very relevant. Whether is it in politics, business, academia, or any other field, this statement advocates for a more inclusive and diverse approach to leadership and decision-making, recognizing the valuable perspectives and contributions that women bring to the table. Oh yes, we bring a lot to the table. It emphasizes gender equality. It emphasizes that women should not be exceptions. It advocates for equal representation. It calls for inclusivity. It recognizes the valuable perspectives and contribution of the woman. So this quotation for me says it all. Now, that is just an intro. Incidentally, I'm very passionate about women, but for us to make sure we're on the same page, because these days we don't know who a woman is anymore, but I want to make sure we're on the same page. So I had to go to Wikipedia to define who a woman is. A woman is an adult female human. Before adulthood, a woman is referred to as a girl, a female child, or an adolescent girl. Typically, women are the female sex, and they inherit a pair of X chromosomes, one from each parent. And fertile women are capable of pregnancy and giving birth from puberty until menopause. So if you are somebody here who does not believe that a woman can have a child, all they do is get a baby that then you are not part of us. Associated with feminine qualities such as compassion, empathy, and nurturing nature. Women come from diverse backgrounds, cultures, and experiences, making each individual unique. A woman can be a leader, caregiver, professional, creative, activist, and much more. The woman contributes to the society in various ways and plays essential roles in families, communities, and the world at large. Even though the roles vary from culture to culture, from time to time, the concept of womanhood is diverse and different from each tradition to another. All right? So this is the person we are talking about today. We're not talking about binary people. We're not talking about some other human beings that we are being faced with today. Even some scholars see the woman as a celestial figure embodying divine wisdom. Some perspectives highlight the woman as having creative and communal dimension to her identity, emphasizing her role as a beacon of divine protection and perseverance. She's positioned as a powerful emblem of spiritual fortitude and divine grace. No wonder the Creator himself calls her a helper. So if there's going to be a new world, that new world cannot do without a helper. That new world cannot do without somebody who has been embodied with divine wisdom, somebody who naturally encapsulates wisdom, creativity, professionalism, caregiving, leadership, activism, and advocacy. That is who the woman is. The woman as a game changer refers to the transformative impact women have on various aspects of society, challenging the status quo and driving positive change. Their impact is felt locally and globally. A woman doesn't have to be a global entity before her impact is felt. She doesn't even have to go to school before her impact is felt. They are catalysts for a more equitable, just, and prosperous world. Women game changers, they break barriers, shattering glasses, they innovate, they lead, they empower, they are advocates, they create, producing art, literature, music, and culture that reflect diverse experiences. They disrupt, oh yes, in homes, in businesses. Once a woman comes into the picture, the game changes. Whether they like it or not, a woman is a game changer. Once we come in, is it an informal program or a formal program? She comes, she changes everything. She disrupts the atmosphere, challenging traditional norms and stereotypes, paving the way for inclusivity. We heal, we provide healthcare, we nurture, we provide emotional support. The woman educates, teaching, mentoring, parenting, sharing knowledge to empower others. We inspire, motivating others to make a difference and be a force for good. Now, a lot of people say we are making so much noise about who the woman is. Are we? Are we really making so much noise? Throughout history, I don't know where to start from in history. Is it with Jesus? Or is it with Muhammad? Blessed be his name. But from history, women have played a crucial role in reshaping societies, driving progress, fostering growth. Without the woman, God himself will not bring forth the people we have today. The woman has been declared a helper even by God, the Creator. We have been partners with God himself. So when we talk about New World, it's the smallest, the most trivial of them all. Because if God himself can call us a partner in progress, so you can see that the woman has been endowed with the qualities to foster growth. In today's world, the woman's contributions are diverse. They are impactful, ranging from economic growth to social change and technological innovation. When women are empowered and given equal opportunities, they can excel in leadership roles, entrepreneurship, education, healthcare, and beyond. And the question is, why are they not empowered? How come a creature that has been given so much enormous powers have also been so caged? That is the question we must all ask ourselves. Recognizing and harnessing the potential of women as agents of change is essential for creating a more inclusive, equitable, and prosperous world, including the New World. Women and the New World. Now, for me to continue this conversation, I thought it was important for me to define the New World. And I came to the understanding that the New World, sorry, are you sure you are seeing my slide properly?
Yes, we can see your slides.
Okay. The New World refers to a rapidly changing society that we live in today. Yes, as a quick recap, we've talked about, we started with a quotation by a famous lady, former Attorney General of the US. And then we went on to talk about who the woman is and the concept of womanhood. And then we went on to talk about the woman as a game changer. And in a nutshell, I did say that the woman, as soon as it comes into an environment, a home, an event, the game changes, whether for good or for bad. The woman just has a way of changing things, all right? Even in a man's life, even in a business, even in a concept, once the woman comes in, she's a game changer because she knows how to break barriers. She's naturally endowed to innovate. She's naturally endowed to lead. She empowers. She's an advocate. You know, when we talk about advocacy, my mind always goes to the Catholics. They always say, whatever you want, go to the mother. A Catholic never believes that you can go to Jesus straight away. You need to go to them through the mother, because the mother is a born advocate. So we are able to create, we disrupt, we challenge traditional norms and stereotypes, paving the way for inclusivity. I mean, let's look at the British monarchy today. Whether Diana is alive or not, but we know that Diana ended up in disrupting the monarchy of the British Empire. All right, we have the capacity to heal. We provide healthcare, we nurture, we have emotional support, we inspire, we educate, from parenting to motherhood. We mentor, we teach, we share knowledge, we empower others, and we inspire. A lot of women inspire, motivating others to make a difference and be a force for good. That is who the woman is. Now, and then we went on to now start talking about the woman still as a game changer. All right. We now decided to define who the woman is, because these days we don't know who the woman is. We define who she is as somebody who can bear children, carry children in her womb. And then we went on to describe the woman as the womb man. Now, this phrase of the woman as a womb man is a symbol of fertility, abundance, and creativity. It recognizes the power and beauty of the woman and her role in bringing new life into the world. So if a woman can bring new life, if a woman can nurture, if a woman is fertile and she's creative, what does the new world want other than somebody who can do all this? Just as the womb is essential for the creation and nurturing of life, a woman's perspective, experience, and leadership, they are vital for the creation and nurturing of effective governance. Like the womb, which provides the necessary environment for growth and development, a woman's inclusion in governance, a woman's inclusion in the development in the new world can create an environment conducive to progress, diversity, and holistic decision making. Just as the womb is a symbol of fertility and potential, a woman's participation in governance represents untapped potential and opportunities for innovation, collaboration, and sustainable development. By recognizing the analogy of the woman as the womb man, advocates can emphasize the inherent value of a woman's voice and contributions in governance, promoting greater gender equality and effectiveness in decision-making processes. I see the woman who is a woman as one that carries creativity. The woman who knows about tomorrow, who is in partnership with God to create the world. This might sound so big for some people, but when God created the woman, he himself called the woman the helper. So that automatically means that if things have to be sustainable, if things have to be progressive, if things have to be successful, if things have to have a meaning, there is a need for us to bring in the woman, because she has been naturally endowed with the things that will help to help a process. So throughout history, women have played a crucial role in shaping societies, driving progress, and fostering growth. In today's world, in tomorrow's world, whether a new world or the old world, whether in a VUCA environment, the woman's contributions, they are diverse, they are impactful, ranging from economic growth to social change and technological innovation. When women are empowered and given equal opportunities, they can excel in leadership roles, entrepreneurship, education, healthcare, and beyond. Recognizing and harnessing the potential of women as agents of change is essential for creating a more inclusive, equitable, and prosperous world. Now, women and the new world. But what is this new world? What is this new world? We hear people talk about the VUCA environment. That is a volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous society. Things are changing so much. So the new world refers to this environment that is rapidly changing and is characterized by technological advancements, digitization, global connectivity, diversity and inclusivity, sustainable development, shift in global power dynamics, knowledge economy, changing workforce, rising urbanization, complexity and uncertainty, changing the way, the way we are used to. In fact, since COVID, you can see all the changes that has come about. We are no longer used to doing things the way we normally did it. That is the new world. That is the new world. All right. Today we are holding this meeting. I don't know where you are. Some of you are lying down on your beds. I am sitting, I don't even know. I mean, you don't know what I'm doing. But we're here talking in a virtual space. That is a new world. Sustainable development, emphasis on environmental stewardship, climate action, social responsibility, emerging economies, information and innovation-driven economy, automation, gig economy, all right? Gig economy, I mean, women can do so many jobs now. They don't have to go to an office. I mean, they are in one place or the other, poaching here and there. That is a new world for you. But how does the woman fit in? How does the woman fit into all this? Women are present and making significant contributions in all the spaces characterized by the new world. Although their representation and recognition may vary, whether they like it or not, we are making significant contributions. All the spaces I have mentioned now, is it in technological advancements? Women are software engineers. They are data scientists. They are tech entrepreneurs. They are beginning to be well represented in STEM fields. Digitization, women are active online. They are using social media. They are leading digital initiatives. They have global connectivity. They are engaged in international trade, diplomacy, and cultural exchange, even though they face gender-based barriers to mobility and leadership, but they are there. Today in Nigeria, women are taking over the banking industry. Not just the banking industry, they're all over the place. Is it diversity and inclusivity? Women are at the forefront of advocating for gender equality, social justice, equal opportunities. Women are in anything that calls for sustainable development. They are leading climate activism, renewable energy initiatives. Is it agriculture? They are there. Shift in global power dynamics. Women are increasingly represented in politics, holding leadership positions. Forget about what is happening in Nigeria. Whether they like it or not, the Nigerian woman is taking over the space, breaking ceilings. irrespective of some misogynistic reasons. We are there. Women are researchers, they are scientists, they are innovators, they are publishers. They are participating in the gig economy, remote work, entrepreneurship. They begin to have access to funding, networking, and work-life balance. Is it a rising urbanization? Women are shaping urban planning, architecture, and community development. When I think of urban planning, architecture, I remember people like, what's her name now? This pastor lady. She's breaking ceilings in urbanization and architecture. Is it a complexity and uncertainty? Women are leaders in crisis management. In fact, when it comes to the crisis management, they are naturally endowed to manage crisis. They are naturally endowed to resolve conflicts, humanitarian response. They may face barriers to leadership positions and decision-making roles, but you cannot wish them away. They are not people you can wish away. We have made our marks and will continue to make our marks. Women are change makers. They are at the forefront of social, economic, and political transformations, pushing boundaries and breaking barriers. They are innovators. Women are driving technological advancements, scientific discoveries, and creative breakthroughs. They are caregivers. They are the backbone of healthcare, education, and social services, nurturing and empowering communities. They are entrepreneurs. Women are starting businesses, creating jobs, and stimulating local economies. I just made something, they called it, something like a pudding I made from sweet potato. Women are changing the face of food in Nigeria today. They are so creative. I don't know, I have so much passion about the woman. I so believe in the woman. They are leaders, born leaders. No matter how you want to stifle the woman, even in her surrender, even in her decision to remain quiet, she's still leading. We are public office holders, making policy decisions and inspiring future generations. That is who the woman is. So by empowering women, recognizing their value, we can unlock their full potential, leading to increased economic growth, improved healthcare and education outcomes, enhanced social justice and equality, more diverse and innovative solutions, a brighter future for us. Without the woman, you are nowhere. And then I started asking myself, who are these women? Who are these women? Globally, internationally, I intentionally did not bother about giving us the names of women outside the country, because we have so many women to talk about in this country. Even in our group here, I'm talking about people like Hannah Oyebanjo. Is it in the spiritual realm? Is it in the marketing and communication realm? She's there. And a lot of you here in this group, before I get to the higher people, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, a renowned economist, a key figure in shaping economic policies and promoting development initiatives, not just in Nigeria, but globally, served as managing director of World Bank and now the Director General of World Trade Organization. Is that somebody you want to wish away? Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, who has been a proponent of the single story narrative. She has carried it so far that people are beginning to listen to her. Adichie's works highlight social issues, including gender inequality and cultural identity. Through her writing and advocacy, she has become a prominent voice for women's rights and empowerment in Nigeria and beyond. And she has been a good representative of the Black race. When I listen to Adichie telling people that, well, it's not all about corruption in Nigeria or Africa, because we are not even worse than them. So through Adichie, the narrative, the perspective of the Black African is beginning to change. Are we talking about Amina Mohammed, currently serving as the Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations? Amina Mohammed has held positions in the Nigerian government, including Minister of Environment. She has been a champion for sustainable development, climate action, and gender equality. Is it obvious? Forget about how people want to rubbish her because of the role she's been playing in Chibok girls, schoolgirls, the kidnapped Chibok girls. But she's been a vice president of the World Bank. Is it Ibukwa Awoshika? Oh my God, have you heard her talk? That lady can raise the dead through her oration. Is a notable figure in the Nigerian business community. She was the chairman of First Bank of Nigeria Limited, one of the country's oldest and largest financial institutions. Awoshika is not only a successful banker, but also an entrepreneur, an author, a motivational speaker, and a pastor. Through her leadership and entrepreneurship, she has empowered many women in Nigeria to pursue careers in banking and business. Are we talking about Aruma Ote, who single-handedly challenged the Senate? An economist, she has held various high-profile positions in both the public and private sectors. I mean, when I watch Aruma Ote challenging the Senate, the committee or whatever, the House committee, and telling them, who are you to talk to me when you yourself, you are corrupt and all that? We're talking of women who are bold. I didn't want to go to the past. And if I did, do you remember Mina Zaria? Do you remember Fumilayo Anikulapo Kuti? Do you remember Mary Ekpo? Do you remember Flora Nwakpa? There are so many of them. These are women that God gave an assignment, you know, a purpose in life. So what is this new world that can exist without the presence of the woman? I'm concluding. And so I hope people will say, she just started. No, we didn't just start. We have started before. Overall, I see the woman playing vital roles in shaping the world's financial and technological landscape, contributing to its development and positioning it for future growth and innovation. Without the woman, there is no world. Let's call a spade a spade. Some people say, oh, we are being boastful. No. When God created the woman and called her a helper, there is a reason. The world must not overlook this fact. The woman has been naturally, divinely, and spiritually created and made an embodiment of creativity, disruption, wisdom, knowledge, and initiative. And because of who she is, you find society trying to subdue her. Well, you know what? You cannot subdue the woman. Whether she's playing her role at the background or she's allowed to be included in decision-making processes, she will still lend her voice. This new world presents both opportunities and challenges, requiring adaptability, resilience, and collaboration to navigate and shape its future. Women are naturally endowed with these qualities. Women have proven that if you educate a woman, you educate a nation. When girls are educated, their countries become stronger and more prosperous. Education has empowered the woman to be an integral component of sustainable development. By investing in women and addressing gender disparities, the full potential of women and girls will be unleashed towards a more sustainable development in the new world. And then I can end up by telling you that there is no new world without a woman. Thank you, and God bless. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you very, very much, ma'am. Please, can we show our appreciations? Can we drop that love emoji for her? Thank you very, very much. It was a very insightful session. Although the there were some distractions initially, but thank God we were still able to, maneuver our way, and we still have quite a number of participants, and we know that in future we would get it better. Thank you very much, ma'am. So for me, I made some notes, and then the one that really got me was when you called us the womb man. Man, that's a very good one for me. Womb man. So we are not just ordinary women. We are actually womb man. So we are combining both the man and the womb. Like, we are vibrant. We are just everything. So thank you for giving me that new meaning to who a woman is. And another takeout for me was when you said we should believe our and know our worth and own it. That if not, you won't be able to achieve anything in this life, because you just have to take it. So I'll just go to the chat now. I see quite a number of questions here, and okay, so the first question I can see here is what do you advise that women do differently to position appropriately and take advantage of our innate abilities?
Okay. Thank you very much. Once
Yes,
again, I
ma'am.
want to also join the organizers of this program to apologize for what happened, the glitches we had, and then the attempt to hack into this wonderful program. That is also because the woman is special. The world is afraid of the woman. Even, sorry, the Muslims say, please forgive me. I don't know so much about, I haven't read the Quran to an extent that I can quote it, but I know about the Bible. So forgive me. That is because the woman is very important, very, very important in creation and the work that Jesus himself has come to do on earth. All right. So you find Satan and his cohorts trying to fight the woman. Now, what can we do differently? First of all, the woman has to believe in herself. I think the greatest problem we have is that we don't believe in ourselves. The patriarchal system, the misogynistic processes have so intimidated the woman to believe that she's a second-hand person who has no ideas, that God created her to be at the background. No. God created the male and the female equal, gave us the same potentials, and asked each and every one of us, both the male and female, to go out there and have dominion. But because God is a God of order, I'm a feminist, but not a liberal. I believe that the woman is equal to the man. But for the sake of order, so that there won't be confusion, God put the man as the head. We must respect the headship of the man without losing our own identity. What am I saying? A woman has the right, has the power, has the potentials, has the capacity to become whoever she wants to be. And at the same time, be a good mother and be a good wife. And be a submissive wife. Not a submissive woman, a submissive wife. So that means that we have to be self-aware. Do we know who we are? Once we are able to know that, we can do so many things differently. That is the first and the greatest limitation a woman has. You come to a program like this, some women will go and say, hey, I don't know if my husband will allow me. I will go and ask. My own, I don't know. Let us understand who we are and the purpose for which God created us. A woman is meant to help, not just our husbands. We are unique creatures. We are unique creatures. So first of all, let us be self-aware. Let us understand the concept of womanhood. Let us understand the position we have in creation. And let us take charge. And let us also be able to balance who we are with the expectation of not just God, expectation of society, of us. Because if we are able to balance who we are as a woman with the expectations of God, expectations of man, then we're able to disrupt our environment. Good women can lead Nigeria out of this mess if the same good women can actually come out and believe in themselves and be good and be sincere and have unity of purpose. Because one thing I've just noticed is that there's a lot of competition amongst us. That is why a lot of people that women don't believe in women. It's a lie. Women believe in women. But the men have so captured our senses that they make us believe that we are against ourselves. A man will threaten you and say, choose between me. You either go to that conference or you leave me, you forget me as a husband. Fine. But God has given us wisdom to manage such situations. No more should a woman be intimidated with such statements. No more should a woman lose her home because she wants to build her career. Because God has given us innate abilities to manage both. We can do all things. She's giving us the wisdom. She's giving us the strength. We can multitask. We are game changers. So those are the things we must do differently. And another thing is that we must encourage one another. I was telling a group of women the other day that as we are getting older, are we making space for the younger ones to come in? I don't expect people to be calling me to come and speak these days, because there are younger ones who are more innovative, more disruptive, more trendy, that can fill the gap. But a lot of us are not so happy about this. These are the things we must start doing differently. And I know that Nigeria, the world has not seen anything. No, they ain't seen nothing yet, because the woman is taking over. And the question, the bottom of this question now says, how can good women lead Nigeria out of the current mess? How can you lead Nigeria out of the current mess when you are not putting your best foot forward? We are not in politics. We are afraid to join them. We go to an event, you see the women sitting at the back, the front seat is empty. You beg them to come. They ask a question, they are looking around to see if a man will raise up their hand. Haven't you noticed that men, they take up their hands even when they are talking rubbish? You and I know they are talking rubbish, but we will say, don't mind, what's he talking? Did you take up your hand? Did you sit at the front? Did you let people know what you do? When they ask you to introduce yourself, what do you say? So, first of all, let us take charge. Let us be self-aware. Let us believe in ourselves. And I know the new world, as it is, we will rule it. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, ma'am. And I see you've been able to, harvest some questions in the chat. So I'd just like to appreciate you and thank you very much for making out time to come. And then I would also like to call on Ed Mary to give one or two remarks. Over to you, Ed Mary.
Before Mary will come in, I just saw a question now that says, what do you advise that women do different to position appropriately and take advantage of our innate abilities? Well, it's still the same thing. You know, when I was growing up, people told me that, over Sabi, you think you are beautiful. You think you know it, over Sabi. And I used to cry over that thing, no matter how I try. Even my husband sometimes say, you think you can control me? All those things are lies from the pit of hell. You must believe in yourself. Those abilities that God gave you, it is for a purpose. Go out there and use it. But in using it, you must be proactive, you must be humble, you must be reachable, you must speak a language that will bring about healing, love, laughter, joy to people. And you must learn, what do we call it now? Kind of communication that is positive, non-violent communication. So by the time you keep talking, people say, who is this person? Don't show up, because women will show off a lot, especially when we're intelligent. I've learned in a very, how will I say, in a very bad way. In those days, I'll tell you, say, I don't have time for people who don't know it. But please have time for people who don't know it, because that is where you have opportunity to teach people and use those your innate abilities. And as you do it, you are also having followership. So every woman here must have it as a goal to raise a critical mass of followers that believe in us, believe in what we do, so that if tomorrow we rise up to say we want to vie for so and so, we already have followers. That is how it is done. And then when women stand up, we must support the woman. Look at what men do. They don't care whether you are a thief. First of all, they support you. But we women, we say, Nkechi Ali Balogun, is that not the woman that they said did this? Yeah, okay, is that not the woman they said the husband did this? We are too critical of ourselves. Let us be less critical of ourselves and support one another and build us so that we can be able to be relevant in the new world. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, ma'am. Before I hand the baton to Mary, I was able to quickly catch one or two things there. You made mention of women being intentional about having a community. And I think this is very important for sustainability. And then you had also mentioned that it's also good when you want to vie for a political post, it's this community of people that would actually help you, that will propel you, move you forward. And it's very important for each and every one of us here to know that what who we are is the people we have, the community we build is just equivalent to the person we are. So we should try as much as possible to to uplift one another so that we can have who to fall back on. So thank you very much. We really appreciate your time, and then we appreciate that you made out time even with the hiccup and all that. You stayed true. We really appreciate. So I'd like to pass the baton now to Mary. That's
Mary,
our
I'm
vice
so sorry.
president.
I just saw a question from Mary. I don't know if I have like 1 minute more. Mary asks, how do women navigate successfully in a male-dominated workplace or environment? So very simple. We are so afraid of the men, especially in this technology. Women, we are so afraid. Be bold. There is nothing the man knows that you don't know.
That's right.
The only difference is that we are not able to put our best foot forward. The man is ready to try and fail, but the woman is shy to try and fail. Be ready to fail. Be ready to fail forward. Be ready to be laughed at. A man tries this 100 times, and you hear the boss is stupid man. Why did you do it like that? But women wants to tell her, what's this foolish thing that you did? That's the end. And stop asking men to come and help you in the workplace. We keep asking men, hey, Ajide, hey, come and help me do this. Thank you very much. The more you do that, the more you are relegating your power to Jide. A lot of us don't know all this. Let's take a digital space, for instance, in the workplace. Some of us don't know how to use PowerPoint. Some of us don't know how to use ChatGPT. We don't even know how to use our apps. We call Michael, we call Joseph to come and help us. This thing is acting up. Take that your laptop, go to the menu. Take the menu one by one, study it. See how you can use them. See how they can be of benefit to you. You know, just last week, I just noticed something has been popping up in my WhatsApp. I will see one round circle. I say, what is this? I look at it and say, this is a new one. I clicked on it and I just discovered that it's a Meta AI. And what does a Meta AI do? It helps me to do research. Any question I have, I ask it and it show me. That is how the woman can navigate successfully in a male-dominated workplace. Try to know what they know. Be able to interpret a balance sheet, statement of accounts. Don't tell them that, oh, I'm not an accountant, I can't read this. You know, my work is, no. Take that annual report. Go and know about nominal accounts. Go and know about inflows. Go and know about cash inputs. Go and know about outputs. Go and know about P&L, profit and loss. Know how to talk in the boardroom. Nobody has limited you. We are the ones that allow the male to dominate us by making us feel as if we don't know anything. Go out there, go and learn what the man knows. Be able to interpret your balance sheet, your statement of accounts. Be able to represent whatever you are doing with some numbers. Nothing is cast on stone. If you don't know it, get somebody to teach you. That is how we can do it. Don't depend on men. But while you are doing this, don't forget that you are number 2 and not number 1 when it comes to the kingdom of God. When it comes to your home.
Yes.
In the office, you are number 1. Don't carry what you do at home to the office. It is only in the house that the man is your head. But in the office, The man is not your head.
Speak it.
Until you realize that the man is not your head in the office, they will keep dominating you. If a man tells you you are a woman, you are supposed to be submissive. Tell him, to my husband and not to you. So those are the things you must know. Those are the key qualities. And then for you, set your own boundaries. How far can I get? What can I do? You must have your values. You must have your boundaries. Thank you. Unfortunately, we don't have so much time. Thank you so much. All right.
Thank you very much, ma. I see a hand up.
Okay.
Obi promise.
Okay.
Please, very quickly. Our time is fast spent, so just go for it,
Okay.
please.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity. I have already put up my question on the chat box, but I don't know whether mommy has seen it. My question is simply the difference. You talked about submissive wife and a submissive woman. I want you to explain further the difference between the two. Thank you, ma.
The submissive wife is the one that submits to the husband according to what the Bible said. Your husband is your Lord. You know, recently I was studying things about submission. Submission is unto the Lord, really, not unto man. When you submit to your husband, you are submitting unto the Lord. So if you have that understanding, that is why people like Sarah can call the husband my Lord and not ashamed of. But a submissive wife, that is a submissive. A submissive woman is the one that stoops to conquer. You are not a wife now. Can you hear me?
Okay, you're back, ma.
Okay, yes. Your friends, NEPA, they struck. Okay, so a submissive wife relates to the home. A submissive woman relates to the marketplace. You know what you want. She stoops to conquer. All right? So you use all those energies, all those potentials that you have been using at home. You apply to the marketplace to win. You know, there are some women, you say they just keep quiet. They know where they are going. That's a submissive woman. A woman with wisdom and knowledge. A woman who knows where she's going to, but who also knows her strategies and the things she knows she needs to do to conquer the world. Those are the two different. That's the way I see it. That's the way I describe it. Thank you. I hope that answers your question.
Okay.
What would you say of a
Thank you very,
woman?
very
Yes,
much.
ma. Yes,
What
ma.
would you say of a woman who is doing very well within her circle, doing great in her career and in formal circle, as well as empowering you, but doesn't like to be seen or known by too many, hates too much publicity. She just like to do well. It's a choice. You don't have to be seen. For instance, a lot of people that know me, you just say my name as Nkechi Ali Balogun. I don't put any suffix or prefix or anything. So it's your choice. That doesn't stop who you are. That doesn't stop the impact you are making. And when the time comes, people would, how do they say it now? People will sing your praise and bring you out. So don't worry. You are doing well. It is not the publicity that makes you. It is not the publicity that gives value to you. you're already validated by the things that you do. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am. So let's drop that love emojis in the chat, and let's just drop it for her. It's been a very, very insightful webinar, and I've been appreciating you since, and I'll continue appreciating you. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for your time, and thank you for helping us position ourselves and helping us think out of the box and helping us know that we can actually achieve everything we set our minds to do. That God has deposited everything that we need in us, and it's just left for us to, project ourselves more. And let me borrow what our president has noted. It's just for us to know that we are change makers, be the change makers. A lot of people have said a lot of things about women. Women are healthcare providers. Women are a gift. Women, so many beautiful things about women in the chat room. So I would just like to everybody to note that there's nothing you shouldn't limit yourself. There's nothing you cannot achieve. And like you also said that we stoop to conquer. There's so much potential that we have in us, and we shouldn't let people take us for granted. We shouldn't let people push us to the back. We should always be project ourselves and be visible out there. And the world is just our oysters, and we would definitely conquer everything we and we should also aspire and aim high and know that we can do everything we set our minds to do. So thank you very much once again, ma'am. So I'll just hand the baton over to Mary. Mary, you have the floor, please.
Thank you very much. First, I'd like to thank Nkechi Obi for giving us such good insights. She's answered a lot of questions with a lot of questions with the insight she has given us. And I believe that we can take this away and begin to start afresh or begin to build a new version of ourselves. So I have the very difficult job of having to squeeze all I have to say in, say, 9 minutes or less. However, I'll see how well I can do this. But one thing I'd like to say straight up is that EDWO, or should I say the Executive Ladies Group or environment, is a wonderful opportunity. And I believe everyone who is not yet part of this group should please take advantage. In addition to that, while we're listening to the few things I have to say, I'd like for everyone to please try and fill the feedback form, which has been shared by both Moni and Fumi in the chat box, so that we can at least begin to take notes and also begin to reach out to people who would be interested in joining the EDWO group. Well, Executive Diamonds have been around for about 2 years now, but it is the brainchild of 3 conveners, Hannah Oyebanjo, BC Ibitayo, and Titu Ashiro. And what was their vision? Their vision was to bring together women in the corporate world, women entrepreneurs, and women generally from different clients into one room to interact, as well as to act as a support system for each other, and also to promote women as leaders in the corporate workplace or wherever it is they operate. So we'd want to say a very big thank you to these 3 lovely ladies. One of the first activities or events that was hosted was in 2002, where very senior executives came together to talk to women in leadership positions in different corporate organizations. And that took place sometime, I think, in October, or just before October, sorry. And the conveners were Otumba Oshibogu, Fumi Roberts, and I forget the other person. Please forgive me. So what is it? What do we need to know about the Executive Diamonds? Executive Diamonds Weekend is actually a weekend getaway in Lagos in Nigeria, usually in one of the 5-star hotels where leading professional women come to train. It's a workshop where we rediscover each other, we reposition ourselves, we relax, play,
and also experience new concepts around work-life balance. The Executive Diamonds, we've had several activities. We had some in 2003, and this was done in October, I think 14th and 15th, where we went out for a weekend and we discussed all manner of issues from what we do in the workplace, how to position ourselves, as well as also at some point, we also let our hair down and we just generally interacted and talked about each other's lives and how we can help to be support systems for each other. So we have another edition scheduled for October 11th and 24, and we're hoping, October 11th and 12th, 24, and we're hoping that we will see a whole lot of you there, and also that you will tell other lady friends of yours that this is a place they need to come and unwind as well as learn. And basically, we are all women doing this. This was the EDWO 2024, and we had a lot of women in leadership positions who came to share their experiences in the boardroom, who came to talk to us about work-life balance, who came to talk to us about the health aspect and how to keep ourselves together while working in a very stressful environment. And we all had fun. Also, we had high-level suits engagements. We had people like Iko who came in to give talks. We had a whole host of women who came in, and we had them from across different sectors of the economy. We had representatives from BUA, we had representatives from Stanbic, we had representatives from NACO, we had representatives from the across board. So you can see that women are doing a lot of things, but like Mrs. Nkechi Ali Balogun said, we need to begin to come together to act as support system and to bring the younger ones up as well. And of course, within this period, we had some real talks amongst the women. Also, we had top level ladies who spoke at the event, and we had the wining and dining session, where a lot of us let our hairs down and generally interacted with each other. When it was asked amongst the delegates back then, would you recommend this program to someone else? 100% of them said yes, they would. That is, everyone who attended this program said yes, they would recommend, because they have gleaned so much from the program. In fact, if it was possible, they would have loved for a situation where the program would have been a bit longer than what it was. Also, we had, at the end of the year, from the 2023 wave, we came up with an idea. It was on the spot of the moment. Somebody said, all these ladies are gathered together and we can't all go off and not find a way to come back, re-engage ourselves and do things together. And that is how the EDWO alumni was formed, of which I am the vice president, and Fumi is the president, and Shola, who anchored this program, is the secretary. And we also have Eno and Munisola, Catherine, who are also part of the ESCO of this beautiful alumni. So what did we do? We had an end of year get together where the women from both the first wave, 2022 and 2023, came together and had a lot of fun one Saturday up until into the night. And we're hoping that this year we will also be able to have another edition of that, of course, with new members as well. Some of the alumni events we had, sadly, one of our ESCO members lost her mom, and we went and visited her, generally showing her support. We also went for the commendation service of her mom before the final burial rites were done in Oron, and she should be on her way back to Lagos if she has not already reached Lagos. But we were there to act as her support system, and it was really appreciated. Both herself and the family appreciated the gesture. One of the new things that also came out from the 2024 program was that how do we support younger women in the corporate world to begin to realize that they are power shakers and they can be power shakers within the corporate environment? And this gave birth to the Silver Liners program. The first wave was held a couple of weeks back, around April 25th and 26th. And we're hoping that by next year, we'll be able to have another wave. And we are aware that a lot of them, all the participants, had a lovely time. They were able to learn new things. They were able to see themselves in another light. And a lot of them also promised that they would become better versions of who they are now. So what is the Silver Liners? Let me just quickly say what they are. It's a forum where young managers learn how to position themselves for executive and board levels in the nearest future. And like I said, the first edition held on the 25th and 26th of April. These are some of the pictures that you're seeing of activities which they had. They had welcome, the meet and greet, and they had, of course, the real hardcore sessions where they had to learn things about how to navigate the boardroom, how to navigate the corporate life in the workplace and all of that. And they all had fun. The session speakers were Iko, Bisi Bitayo, Yomi Olari Moye, and Hannah Oyebanjo. There were, of course, different sessions and speakers who took different topics in order to be able to give a broad spectrum to these young ladies. Edie Catherine, who is incidentally and currently the first female MD in Prudential Insurance, I hope I got that right, she also gave a talk to inspire the young ladies on the fact that the ceiling is not the limit. You can actually go beyond the limit. So she shared her story with them, and they were truly inspired. And I am sure we will have one or more or several MDs coming out of that place in time to come. So basically, there were engaging sessions with the delegates, and we're hoping that when the next wave happens, that we will have a lot more people that will come in and join this forum. All the delegates had very strong positive impressions. For them, it was a fantastic outing. They learned a lot, and no one could really say a bad word about the program. When they were asked if the program met their expectations, it was 100%. No one was like, no, I didn't think I didn't get what I came here for. It was a beautiful experience. And if they had known earlier, it is something they should have done even a bit much more earlier in their work life career. Also, when they were asked, will they recommend this program? Of course, it was a universal yes. They would recommend this program to other ladies in their offices and in their organizations so that a lot more ladies can be represented in the workplace and also become better versions of themselves. They were asked, would you like to get a mentor from our pool of executive diamonds? Most of them said, yes, they would like to be mentored by an executive diamond. So the challenge is out there to the executive diamonds. You probably will be hearing from a lot of these would-be mentees very soon. So basically, they had a great time, and we believe that even in the second wave of the ED program, which will happen in October, that it will would have even a lot more fun. A lot of networking will be done, and we'll continue to advocate for young women and those who are moving higher or upper in the ladder to continue to embrace this new world and the new challenges that are before us. The next Silver Liners event will happen in August 2024. And of course, we'll reach out to everyone. And we also ask that everyone in the room, please share this information with your lady friends. Also, the Executive Edwo event will also happen in October 2024. And we'll be putting out information about all of this. And if you're interested in knowing more, please leave your telephone number or name with Remy, and we'll be able to reach out to you to give you more insights into what we're doing. Well, at this point, I'd like to say thank you very much to Nkechi Obi. I know that I harassed you quite a bit, trying to get you to come on this show, but I must say you were very, very willing. You are such a beautiful soul. I must say that. I didn't have much problems, I mean, interacting, talking with you for someone who I had not known until when I spoke to you on the phone. And I also gathered that you were very, very busy because it took me quite a few days before I could actually reach you. We were talking via text, and I could tell you were in conferences then. So thank you very much for the insights you've given us today. We would love to have you come back again and talk with us, maybe this time physically in a bigger forum. And also would like to thank everybody who had made our time to sit with us, to listen to us, to come into the room, to learn, to share. And we pray that we will continue to grow from strength to strength. Thank you, everybody, and do have a lovely weekend. Shola?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mary. And once again, we'd like to thank Mrs. Nkechi Ali Balogun. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thanks for your time. And also to my able president, Anna, and every other dignitaries on the call. We are all dignitaries. So
Yeah.
thank you to everyone. Thank you for making our time. And then we hope to see you again when we call on you for this kind of webinar. We know we would also have another impactful and person in future. We would be happy to send our invitations to all of you. Thank you very much for making our time. So on this note, I would like to say you all should have a pleasant night and regards to your family. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good
Thank
night.
you, everyone. Bye.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Very nice. Good
Thank
night.
you, Kechi.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having
Well
me.
done, Lady
Good
for
night.
me. Thank you,
Thank you very
everyone.
much
Thank
for
you.
having me. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you,
Bye-bye.
Nkechi.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
Hannah.
much.
Thank you, Mommy KHK. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Mommy.
Thank you. Love
Thank
you
you,
so
Mommy
much.
Nkechi. God bless you.